Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 1st of June. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. This is the name of Telegram channel, GKToday YouTube. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy. So if you find it relevant, you can subscribe to it. Now let's start. Which country was the largest source of FDI in India? FDI stands for Foreign Direct Investment, and Singapore was the largest source of FDI in India, and recently DPIIT released data in this context. What is DPIIT? It is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So this DPIIT is under Commerce Ministry. So Singapore is the largest source of FDI in India, and Mauritius is the second largest, while Netherlands was the third. So as per the data, FDI in India grew by 13% to a record high of $49.97 billion. Now, if we talk about state-specific, Maharashtra got highest share of FDI, and Maharashtra was followed by Karnataka and Delhi. If we talk about sector-specific, then services sector got the maximum FDI, and services sector was followed by computer software and hardware. Who is the chairperson of FSDC? What is FSDC? It is Financial Stability and Development Council. So, Union Finance Minister is the chairperson of FSDC. Recently, it was in news because the 22nd meeting of FSDC held recently. FSDC is a autonomous regulatory body that was set up in 2010. Now recently, FSDC was also in news as it was reconstituted by the Government of India, and now it includes Secretary from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology as well as Secretary from Revenue Department. It is important to note that FSDC is an autonomous regulatory body which includes RBI Governor, Finance Secretary, Chief Economic Advisor, Chairperson of SEBI, IRDAI, PFRDA and IBBI. What is IBBI? It is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board. Which real-time facility has been launched by the Union Finance Minister that uses Aadhaar number-based e-KYC? So recently, the Instant PAN service was launched. PAN stands for Permanent Account Number. So it was launched, and this facility uses the Aadhaar number-based e-KYC. KYC stands for Know Your Customer. So through Aadhaar based authentication, instant PAN number is issued. Which Association of India recently organized the Digital Summit on Exports through video conferencing? Right answer is CII. So recently CII, that is Confederation of Indian Industry, organized this Digital Summit, and Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal participated in this Digital Summit through video conferencing. Now, Piyush Goyal is also the Railway Minister, and recently Railway started Sramik special trains to bring the migrants back to their home states. What is the theme of World Menstrual Hygiene Day that was observed on the 28th of May? So the theme was Periods in Pandemic. So every year, 28th of May is observed as World Menstrual Hygiene Day, and this is a global initiative that was started by a non-profit organization named Wash United. So it is a Germany-based non-for-profit organization, and every year on 20th of May this day is celebrated. The theme of this year's day was Periods in Pandemic. So this day is celebrated to spread awareness about the safe menstruation practices and hygiene management. Now 20th of May is also observed as World Hunger Day. On the other hand, 29th of May is observed as the World Digestive Health Day. 29th of May is also observed as International Day of UN Peacekeepers. Which famous technology company has launched a short music videos application called Collab? So it has been launched by Facebook, and this is an experimental project, and this has been launched for short music videos. Now Facebook was also in news because of its another application named Catch Up. So this catch-up is an calling application which has been launched by Facebook. Facebook was also in news as recently it started another initiative named Shops. Facebook was also in news as recently it acquired Jiffy. Facebook was also in news as recently it collaborated with Ministry of Tribal Affairs for Goal Initiative. Now answer in comment box what is the objective of this Goal Initiative. What is the name of Rajya Sabha member and MD of Malayalam daily Mathrubhumi who passed away recently? So recently the MD of Malayalam daily Mathrubhumi Virendra Kumar passed away and he was associated to Rajya Sabha as he was a Rajya Sabha member. Now Malayalam is a classical language and it is the official language of Kerala and it is one of the 22 languages mentioned in the 8th schedule of Indian Constitution. Now recently Kerala was in news as R. Srilekha became the first woman DGP in Kerala. So she is the first woman Director General of Police in Kerala. Now answer in comment box recently who was appointed as the CEO and MD of Wipro. Which Indian personality has been selected by UNICEF to spread awareness on menstrual hygiene? Right answer is Manushi Chillar. So Manushi Chillar, who won the title of Miss World in 2017, had joined hands with UNICEF to spread awareness about the menstrual hygiene. Now Manushi Chillar is also associated to an initiative named Project Shakti. The top executive, Thierry Delaporte, has been appointed as the MD and CEO of which major IT firm of India? Right answer is Wipro. Now he is going to replace the present CEO and MD of Wipro, Abdili Nimachwala. Prior to this, Thierry Delaporte was associated with Capgemini Group. Now Eman Izzat has been appointed as the new CEO of this Capgemini Group, and this Capgemini Group is a French technology company. Apart from these personalities, recently Leo Puri has been appointed as the new chief of JP Morgan for South Asia and Southeast Asia. On the other hand, recently Venkatramani Sumantran has been appointed as the new independent director of Indigo. Now answer in comment box recently who has been appointed as the chief economist of World Bank. Which country is the last among G7 nations to join the association's Artificial Intelligence Group? So USA is the last and recently USA joined this group. Now this association on artificial intelligence is an initiative of G7 nations and the objective of these nations is to set the guidelines for the use of artificial intelligence. Now this initiative was actually started by France and Canada, who are the members of G7 grouping. Now USA was also in news as recently it decided to quit WHO, that is World Health Organization. USA was also in news as recently it decided to end the special trade status to Hong Kong. Now Hong Kong was also in news as recently China passed a bill which is considered as against the basic constitution of Hong Kong. It is important to note that Hong Kong is SAR, that is Special Administrative Region of China. Now USA was also in news because of Operation Warp Speed. This operation is related to the vaccine for COVID-19. What is the theme of International Day of United Nations Peacekeepers? So the theme is Women in Peacekeeping, a Key to Peace. So every year the 29th of May is observed as the International Day of UN Peacekeepers. Now recently UN Military General Advocate of the Year awards were announced. And as per these awards, Indian Army Officer Major Suman Gavni has been selected. She had served with the United Nations mission in South Sudan and she had won this United Nations Military General Advocate of the Year award. Now, this award was given on the occasion of International Day of UN Peacekeepers. Which state has launched the Rozgar Setu scheme for the skilled migrant workers? So this has been launched by the state government of Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh was also in news as recently it launched FIR Aapke Dwar initiative. Madhya Pradesh was also in news as India's first e-waste clinic was set up in Madhya Pradesh in Bhopal. and it is an initiative of Bhopal Municipal Corporation in association with Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. And to be specific, CPCB collaborated with Bhopal Municipal Corporation. CPCB is an organization under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. CPCB stands for Central Pollution Control Board. Now answer in comment box under which act this body has been constituted. Madhya Pradesh was also in news as recently Madhya Pradesh got its first elephant colony. Now answer in comment box which tiger reserve in Madhya Pradesh got the first elephant colony. Which private airline of India has been approved by the DGCA to conduct drone trials? DGCA stands for Directorate General of Civil Aviation. So recently, India's leading private air carrier SpiceJet announced that it has received formal approval from the DGCA to conduct drone trials, and for this purpose, the cargo arm of SpiceJet, Spice Express, is going to conduct these experimental operations. So Spice Express is planning to use these drones to deliver medical supplies as well as to deliver essential supplies and to ensure the delivery of e-commerce products to the remote areas. Now, this DGCA is related to civil aviation sector, and every year on 7th of December, International Civil Aviation Day is celebrated. And in India, we have Ministry of Civil Aviation. Recently, it started Lifeline Udan initiative. At global level, we have International Civil Aviation Organization. So this is a specialized agency of United Nations, and the headquarters of this agency is in Canada. Ajit Jogi, who passed away recently, was the first Chief Minister of which state? So he was the first Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh and he passed away recently. Now Chhattisgarh was also in news as recently it launched Rajiv Gandhi Kisan Nyaya Yojana, and the scheme was launched on the 21st of May. 21st of May is the death anniversary of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, and this day is observed as Anti-Terrorism Day. Chhattisgarh was also in news as few months ago India's first garbage cafe was started in Chhattisgarh in Ambikapur. How many additional minor forest produce items were included in the MSP, that is Minimum Support Price list, by the Tribal Affairs Ministry? So MOTA, that is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, has announced inclusion of 23 additional minor forest produce items in the Minimum Support Price list. So now the total items are 73. The foundation stone for a missile park named AGNEEPRASTHA was laid down in which city? So it has been laid down in Visakhapatnam. Apart from this, a 2 megawatt solar photovoltaic plant was also commissioned at INS Kaling, and this is the largest plant in Eastern Naval Command. So these were the most important questions of today's quiz. Now we are going to cover some important news. So if you want current affairs only in question answer format, you can skip this section. So first news is related to WHO, that is World Health Organization. So recently WHO, various other international institutions launched CTAP initiative. What is CTAP? It stands for COVID-19 Technology Access Pool. Next news is related to OSOWOG. What is this OSOWOG? It is One Sun, One World, One Grid. So this has been launched by India recently, and the objective of this initiative is to provide a platform for the common transmission of solar energy. The name of the initiative is One Sun, One World, One Grid. Next is related to DST, that is Department of Science and Technology, as recently it launched Indian National Supermodel. So DST is under Ministry of Science and Technology. So this model has been launched to predict the future of coronavirus spread in our country. Next news is related to BRICS. BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. So recently, head of tax authorities of BRICS countries had a meeting through video conferencing, and this conference was hosted by Russia. Next news is related to KPhone initiative. KPhone stands for Kerala Fiber Optic Network. So this initiative is related to Kerala, and this is going to be implemented by the state government by December 2020. Next news is related to Saharan cheetah. So for the first time in a decade, Saharan cheetah was recently filmed in Hoggar Mountains in National Park in Algeria. So these were the most important questions as well as the news events for today's video. Now homework for you. So first homework is, what is EPC model? What is EPC mode? EPC stands for Engineering, Procurement and Construction. And second news is, what is solar maxima and what is solar minima? So these were the most important events. Thank you, and that's all for the day.